plantations, went to the cities, learned the trade of wrapping cigars, and then went from places like Havana up to New York. And in these port cultures then, we have these settlements that become very mixed. People from all around the world, rubbing elbows with each other, learning about each other's cultures, beginning to speak each other's languages, developing their own way of speaking to each other in pidgin forms. This is really a classic image showing the mixing that's going on in the port culture, and you get a sense of some of the early anti-Chinese attitudes. I don't want to idealize them and say that they were all people from around the world holding hands singing We Are the World.
Yes, we would sign on as sailors in the merchant marines, the American merchant marine from all parts of the world, Malays, Asian Indians, Chinese. We were cooks and deckhands of all kinds. And we were not only sailors, but opera troupes, actors, performers, coming to America, looking for adventure. Our theater open to American visitors.
There's a desire, I think, among many who look at Chinatown to this day to think of Chinese as being strictly clannish and only wanting to stay within their own community and only deal with their own people. But what we find in the New York experience is that there's a tremendous amount of mingling. You have Chinese men coming over and beginning to meet Irish women, of which there are many. As a result of the Irish potato famines, you have a lot of Irish coming to New York, and more women than men. So here you get this intermingling image with some anxiety being shown here. And you have this very handsome, very attractive European-American woman who is in a very shapely dress, teaching them English. Are Chinese men really going to learn English so that they can get to meet and get to date and get to marry these Irish school teachers and Irish women? Looking at the census tracts, there were a lot of Western names. Looking to find out where they were born, a number of these people were born in China. They were married to women with Anglo names, and these women were born in Ireland. So I began to see this pattern of these early Chinese men who arrived in New York intermarrying with Irish women and having children. You have here this baby who's a product of this intermarriage. What I can speculate is with these Chinese who intermarried, who took on Western names, they increasingly began to change their way of thinking about where they belonged. So I began tracing back further and further to find out when these intermarriages began to happen, and we end up being at the very beginning of the 1800s. So this is way before we start getting Chinese in California, way before the gold rush.
So Asian America has diverse origins in California, in Mexico, in Louisiana, in the American Northeast.
From China to California, then, we came, and to all the American West in large numbers here, pioneers on the American frontier. In China, we called it Gold Mountain. We were pulled by the promise of wealth and livelihood, gold mining, railroad work, and pushed by the disasters of hard times at home. A family prepares to let a son leave for Gold Mountain. They know that the men from their village who go always faithfully send money home. What good fortune, some say to the wife, to have a gold mountain man. But others say, beware, he leaves and then you will only have an old cooking pot to keep you warm. All the world has gone to California for the gold rush. We Chinese too. I need not fear slavery, as has happened to others. I will not be whipped like they were on the ships, or herded like so many pigs being sold. No, I go as a free man with a ticket on credit, and I will surely pay it back. Others from our village are already there. They will greet me. I will not be alone. The wife worries. How will we get news to each other? What if he does not return at all, and no one knows what happened to him? Who will tend his grave? Who will carry on the family name? I will do my best, remembering who waits for me, returning joyously with the gold for the family, for the village. We leave now for Gold Mountain.